Okay, we're back, and as you can see, we've done a lot of the preparation work in getting ready to install our heated flooring. A couple of things I want to point out over here. That's just some of the basic hand tools involved: hammer, pliers, pry bar, tape measure, and some tape. What we've done here, we've ripped up the carpet. Now, if you have a surface other than carpet, for example, see the vinyl tile here, that kind of surface can stay down. You don't have to pull that up to install the heated subfloor. Other surfaces like ceramic tile or carpet in this case need to be removed. We've taken all the tack strip up, pulled all the tacks. There's our warm wire ready for installation. We come over here, you'll notice at the doorway there and at other areas we have used some blocking to prevent the floor leveler that we're going to eventually pour from getting too close to certain fixtures. For example, the shower here, in the event we ever have to pull the shower, that little board will provide a gap in which you can pull the shower out without having to mess up the new floor. Obviously, we've pulled the toilet. We've taped up the hole around the pipe coming through the floor. And if you look real close here, you can see that we taped around the toilet flange and we put a few spacer blocks on either side of the flange. That's so when we pour our leveler, we will not get too close to the flange and be able to install our toilet bolts. Here at the front door, you'll see we have this piece of board up here blocking so that our floor leveler does not run out into the other area. We will eventually put a threshold down there when we install the new tile. Another thing I want to point out and be very clear about is on any door jambs where you have the casing molding, you need to cut, I'm going to point right here, you need to cut the door casing to the new height of your tile. That's easily figured out by just simply putting the tile on the floor, calculating how high your heated subfloor will be, and cutting off that so that when you install the tile, it can slide under the casing. You do this, it's a much more professional look, and you can see right there all I used was a small handsaw to cut those door casings. So now that we've got this done, and to give you a reference point, all of this preparation took two of us approximately 2 hours. So that's not a lot of time so far. Next step will be to install our warm wire for the heated floor. As you can see, we finished the initial preparation, and I have begun preparing the warm wire heated flooring system to be installed. Again, I want to just point that out on the box to you. The manufacturer is SunTouch, and the particular type of flooring we're using in this application is warm wire. I've used this product many times. I like it. There are several different manufacturers and choices out there. One of the things I recommend is consult your local tile center or tile flooring store. All of the big box stores such as Lowe's or Home Depot do sell these products, but I think you would find the help and the technical advice that you might need at a local tile center would better suit this application. One of the other things I want to point out, when you're installing this wire, it's very important that we don't do anything to cut the wire, kink the wire, or cause a short in any way. So one of the devices they've come up with to help us eliminate that problem is this little gadget here called a loudmouth. What you do is simply hook the other end of your heated wire to the loudmouth, and in the event of a kink or a cut or an accident of any kind, the alarm will sound and let you know that something has just happened to the wire. There's nothing worse than stringing out this whole thing, pouring a mortar bed over top of all of it, only to realize that it doesn't work because the wire was shorted. So I highly recommend the use of one of these loudmouth devices to alert you to any problems before it's too late to fix them. Now you'll notice around the perimeter we've installed this strapping. It's simply wire strapping. It comes with your kit, and you'll see that it has little hooks all the way down the row. After determining the way you're going to run your wire, you simply nail the wire strap down to the floor and then begin the process of weaving your wire back and forth through the strapping until you get to the end. So we're going to start doing some of that for now, and then we'll get back to you with a few more details as we proceed. Okay, as you can see, we've successfully strung our warm wire through our wire mold. We've gone through the entire room, looped the wire back and forth until we got to the end. The process so far has taken about 2 additional hours. What you didn't see was that I had to string the wire, then I had to restring it, and then string it a 3rd time till I finally got it laid out exactly right. This is common. It isn't a big deal. It's just a little tedious. One of the issues with warm wire is it comes in a certain length designed for the space you're attempting to heat, and you're not allowed to cut the wire, and you must get enough wire in all of the areas that you want to heat to accomplish the task. Now the things I want to point out to you right here, I'm going to zoom down in on these 2 little items, which are the sensors for the thermostat. You'll notice that there are 2 of them. The reason we run 2 is in the event sometime down the road a sensor were to fail, there's automatically another one already in the floor, already through the panel and up into the electrical box, and would simply need to rewire it in the event of a failure. One is simply a spare. You'll also notice down here we got to the end of our warm wire. There are no staples. It's out in the middle of the floor, and all we did was simply use a glue gun to glue the end of the wire down tight so that it remains in place. We also used the glue gun to secure our sensor wires to the floor. Pay particular attention to the fact that the sensor wires at no time cross or touch the warm wire. It's very important that they don't cross or touch the warm wire or each other. Now that we've accomplished all this, our next task is to pour our floor leveler, which we will begin mixing up and pouring. And stay tuned for our next segment.